Hey guys, Tegan here, back at it with episode 10 of Learn to Kite. In this episode, we're going to go through how to edge or how to ride. So in the previous episode, we learned how to water start, which is how to get up on the board and get out of the water. Now we have to learn how to ride the board. So kite surfers, as you're probably aware by now, ride across the wind. They don't ride downwind. So if the wind is blowing from this direction, we'd ride across the wind like this. Now, in order to ride effectively across the wind and prevent us from getting blown downwind, we have to know how to cut into the water with our board effectively and prevent ourselves from being blown downwind. And that process is called edging. So again, a lot of POV footage in this edit. So let's hop into my computer and dive straight in. So diving straight into it, the first thing to mention here in terms of how the kite is designed to fly, the kite is designed to fly forward in the wind window. So in order to ride in a certain direction, we have to turn the leading edge of the kite in the direction that we're riding, and we have to keep the leading edge of the kite pointing in the direction that we're riding. Naturally, we will move in that direction as well as the kite will move in that direction, therefore allowing us to ride in that direction. Now, the next thing to explain here is the process called edging. Now, what edging is using the edge or the rail of the board to cut through the water and dig into the water, allowing us to control and more effectively manage the pull of the kite and avoid getting pulled downwind by the kite. So getting pulled in the direction of the kite, we need to be able to edge effectively. So in order to ride or edge effectively, there are a few main factors here. So the first is speed management. So there is a fine line between going too slowly and going too fast. We want to be going fast enough so that our board planes on the water. We don't want to be sinking in the water as we ride. We want to be riding on top of the water instead of in the water. So you'll get the hang of this with time on the water, but in terms of generating that speed in the first place to get the board planing and then start edging to maintain your position in the wind, the first step is to, after the water start, continue riding the board more flat. What this will do is allow the kite to pull you in the direction of the wind, and this will build up your speed. From here, once your board starts planing, you can then slowly lean against the pull of the kite and dig the rail of your board into the water, and this will start the edging process. As you can see, when you stop riding more flat and start leaning onto your edge more, you'll notice that your board will make a much bigger spray, and this is an easy way to see how effectively you're edging. Now, one key factor here when leaning against the pull of the kite is do not lean with your bum, because this will result in the poo stance. Number one, this will cause your harness to ride up on your body, making this extremely uncomfortable. And number two, this is not an effective way of handling the pull of the kite. Instead, ensure that you are always leaning with your shoulders. So keep that in mind, lean with your shoulders and not with your bum, and this will allow you to maintain a very effective posture in terms of edging correctly. Now, after we've learned how to ride, we'll now need to learn how to slow down. So the first step of slowing down is to essentially reduce the power of the kite. So the first step to reducing the power of the kite is to sheet the bar out, as well as slowly moving the kite towards 12 o'clock. This will stop the kite from pulling you in the direction that you are riding and move the kite into a more neutral position from a riding direction perspective. The second step in this process of slowing down is to edge the board harder or dig the rail of your board deeper into the water. This will create more resistance against the kite and therefore kill your speed and kill your power, allowing you to slow down more effectively. Another factor here is to turn your board slightly into the wind. This again will kill your speed and kill your power, allowing you to slow down more effectively. Now that we've learned how to ride and how to slow down, here are a couple more factors to help you in this process. Number one is gaining more power out of the kite while you are riding. This is especially useful when you're riding in light wind and you need more power out of the kite to ride effectively. So number one here is to pull in the bar or sheet in the bar while you're riding. This will give you more power out of the kite. The second step is to do secondary power dives after the initial water start power dive. So small power dives moving the kite through the window, and this will give you more power while you're riding. So that was it for learning how to ride or learning how to edge. Let me know if you have any questions there in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Learning how to edge or learning how to control that edge as effectively as possible is pretty much an infinite learning curve. So just stick at it. It'll get better with every session and you'll feel much more comfortable at higher speeds the more you learn how to control that edge. So hopefully you found that interesting. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.